I remember playing jump rope when I was 8 years old with my best friend who felt more like my twin. And she and I were as close as two friends could be because we both shared the same first name and middle name. Her name was Whitney Graves, and I'm Whitney Gill. And I remember on this day, it was the weekend before her death, we had a very important jump rope match at the time, but we had to take a break because it started raining. And later that day, we continued playing on the playground, and she got into a confrontation with a boy that she had a big crush on, and she really, really liked him. And he said, if you don't stop picking on me, and if you don't stop saying that you like me, I'm going to kill you. And we went and told the playground supervisor at the time, and nothing was done about it. We then spent the whole weekend together, and we listened to Whitney Houston, who we both thought we were named after. And we liked all the same things. I mean, we spent the whole weekend together talking about boys and what we wanted to be when we grew up. And I remember this day pretty vividly because I had missed school. I was actually sick that day. And later that day, which was on a Monday after class, from what I was told, she went over to the boy's house. He had invited her to come over and play. And he had her wait in the living room while he went into his parents' bedroom, went into the closet, grabbed a hunting rifle, loaded the hunting rifle, went out into the living room, and shot her through the neck. He then proceeded to take the hunting rifle back into his parents' room, where he disassembled it, put it back into the closet, took the chair, put it back into the dining room, and casually walked over to the neighbor's house and told them what he had done. So by that time, at least 20 minutes had passed after she was shot. The neighbors then called 911, and she was pronounced dead on the scene. Every time I see a child who's been shot and on the news, whether they are still alive, whether they have been killed, it's really hard to sit there and think about how they left behind not only their family, but all their friends like me, with Whitney Graves. Nothing has been done so far, and it's so frustrating to know that Whitney Graves' life should not have been in vain. And so many people are not aware of the consequences of their actions. People don't know that you should lock your firearm, or if they do, they feel that their children are not going to cause any harm. But they don't know that it doesn't even have to be their child. It could be someone else's child as well. For so many children, it's seen as a game. For others, it's an act of rage that someone in their age group can't possibly comprehend the consequences of their actions. And every time I have to sit there and hear about some other family who suffered, I sit there and think about the Graves family who's never, ever gotten a break from what happened. And even to this day, they have no closure. For the boy that shot her never had to seek counseling, and nothing was ever happened. And nothing has happened for any of the other victims of gun violence. And even to this day, consequences are still out there. I feel that children need to be more educated about the importance of firearm safety, and that's one thing that our school system severely lacks. We talk about drug violence, we talk about alcoholism, we talk about even having sex, but no one ever talks about firearm violence, which is the number 3 thing only to cancer and motor vehicle accidents in this country that kills children. So being the number 3 cause of death among adolescents in the United States, you think that that would be an important task for the school system to take up, and you don't see it. You do not see child firearm education. It's nowhere. You do not see firearms being sold with gun locks or gun safes, and you don't even see retailers encouraging the sales of a firearm lock that can cost $9. When they spend over $300 on the handgun, $9 isn't going to make that big of a difference if it involves saving a life.